see what's going on here, man. I don't know why it won't let you come in. There you go. There we go. Hey. Come on in, Cyrus. Come on. Man. My
Billy,
man, what's going on, man?
not much. I must have been messing up.
I don't know, man, but you know how these phones is, man. It was technical difficulties.
Yeah, I got you,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah, it is, man. Now, let me give you a proper introduction, man. Yo, man, that's my boy, man, Cyrus Hunter, man, a Windsor Forest alumni, man. Also, coach Little League, and man, now he's doing big things, man, in the high school level, man. Everybody, just my man, Cyrus Hunter, man. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate the interview, bro, and I appreciate it. One of the greatest shooters I know, you know what I'm saying, in Savannah, Georgia, man. I appreciate you, man. And
I
we're going to
appreciate
start
the
off,
accolade,
man.
bro. I
Yeah, man.
appreciate it. I
Yeah, man.
appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you too, man.
Let me
We're gonna
show you.
start off
Let me
with
show.
huh?
Let me
Go
show you
ahead.
who's on my wall before we get started.
Okay, who's on that wall, man?
Can you
You
see it?
already know it. You already know it. You already know it. Kobe the greatest.
Kobe,
Yes,
that's my
sir.
boy, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. And a shout out to you too, man. I know you used to have your little league team called the Lakers too, man. Yeah.
Right, right. The
Right,
Lakers,
right,
Savannah
right.
Jazz. It's the Lakers and
Yeah.
Savannah Jazz.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Let's
Yeah.
talk a little bit about yourself, man. Let's talk about growing up in Savannah, Georgia, man. What was your favorite sport coming up? As I ask everybody, you that come on here, man.
Let me tell you how I got started with basketball. I was living on a Geechee Road,
Mm-hmm.
and can you see me?
Yeah, I can
I
see
was
you.
living on Geechee Road, and I walked in Tonkin Center one day.
Mm-hmm.
Never played any sport in my life.
Right.
And I walked in the gym, and the kids were throwing the ball up to the basket.
Mm-hmm.
So it looked like fun. I'm about maybe 8 or 9 years old. So I guess the ball came to me. I got a hold of the ball, didn't know what to do with the ball, and just threw the ball up crazy, probably.
Uh,
Everybody in the gym laughed at me.
uh,
Now, you know, at 8, 9 years old, when everybody laughing at you, you know how you feel, right?
that's right. You don't like that.
No, man,
It's a
I
bad
walked home.
feeling.
I left out the gym right immediately, walked home crying.
Okay.
And as I was walking, I was talking to myself, and I said, man, the next time I walk in the gym, nobody will ever laugh at me again.
I know that's
And
right, man.
the basketball goal by my house, man. And every day, all I did was shoot, and dribble, shoot and dribble, shoot and dribble.
Yeah.
And that's how I got involved with basketball.
Okay then. Okay
And
then.
from that point on, I went to baseball. I played a little baseball and football. But
Mm-hmm.
I knew what was going to take me to college, and it was basketball.
Basketball. Okay. Take
Mhm.
us on a little journey, man. And you with the Windsor Forest Night, man. And tell us about what was your toughest competition. What high school gave you the most trouble in Savannah, Georgia during your era? And shout out to your
Okay,
79 class of Windsor Forest too also.
75.
75? Okay,
Yeah,
75.
yeah.
Make you a little
Well,
older.
I'm there, bro. Well, what happened
Okay.
was, a lot of people don't realize, though, we couldn't go to any school we wanted to. During that time, 2 years prior to me going to the 10th grade, yeah, ninth grade, they integrated.
Mm,
All of us would have went to Beach High School, but
right.
they integrated and they sent Cloverdale to Windsor Forest.
Mm,
So I didn't want to go to Windsor Forest, so I tried to go to Johnson because Coach Richard Washington was at Johnson.
Okay.
And of course, somebody snitched on me, and they made me go to Windsor Forest, and I couldn't play my 10th grade year. So I played for Bowler Vet.
Right.
And then I played my junior and my senior year. The toughest teams back then for me when I played high school basketball was Beach.
Beach. Okay. Then.
Beach High School. Not Savannah High at that time. It was Beach High School.
Mm-hmm.
No, I take that back. My junior year, it was Savannah High because they had Lucius Foster.
Right.
It was always Savannah High and Beach, man. Those were the best two teams in Savannah during those days.
Right.
Because everybody wanted to go to Beach and Savannah High.
Right. Shout out to Lucius Foster too, man. I had the privilege of playing, you know what I'm saying, coming up under y'all guys, man, you know what I'm saying, at an early age. And, man, I learned a lot from you guys, you know what I'm saying? And I thank y'all guys for, you know, allowing me to, you know, be a part of the, you know what I'm saying, the organization, you know, being young, coming in. You know how some people is, man. But not then, but these days now, they don't let these young folks come in here and shine, you know what I'm saying? And y'all taught me, you know what I'm saying, to be, you know what I'm saying, to be who I am and play the game of basketball and just have fun playing it, you know what I mean? And I appreciate it. Like Andrew Knowles, Mike Pringle, man, all these guys, these great players, man, Sonny Powell, man, it was just a privilege, man, to playing up under you guys, you know? Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I played under Knowles, man, and I knew Knowles personally. And I don't care what nobody in Savannah says. Everybody gonna have their own preferences, but Knowles is probably the best ball player to ever leave Savannah, Georgia. And to give you an example of what he was, he won a state championship at Beach High School. Then he went to Missouri, Mobley Junior College. Then he went to Louisiana Tech.
Right.
At the same time he was at Louisiana Tech, Terry Bradshaw was the quarterback.
Oh, okay.
And so he won the MVP trophy and the best defensive player trophy in the same year for Louisiana Tech. That shows you how good Knowles was.
That's right. I remember that, man. That Tonkin Center down, boy. He used to let me up in there. Yeah.
And the only reason he didn't make the Hawks was they had just got Pistol Pete Maverick.
Oh, okay.
So he was there too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But during those days, man, they allowed us to play with them.
Right.
You know, if you're at Tonkin Center and they're a man short or 2 men short, and you be the little guy to the side, they might say, "Come on out here, little man. You can play. Come on out here." Just to have, you know, a group of guys to make an even team.
Right.
And so I got to watch a lot of them guys, man, and that just even piqued my interest on how good I needed to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And the only thing about this generation right here, and I've been coaching for over 30-something years on every level, this generation thinks that they just got on the court and that was it. They don't give honor and respect to the guys before them.
Right.
You know? And they need to learn the history of ball playing in Savannah. And if they learn the history of ball playing in Savannah, they would appreciate where they are right now.
That's right. That's my thing. That's the whole platform I'm trying to do to the young folks, man, to get them to know the history of the basketball, who paved the way for them to be even on the basketball court. You know what I mean? And to learn the knowledge of the basketball game, not only the knowledge of the basketball game, but life in general. You know what I mean? Because it's not everything is about basketball. You got to have this also too. You know what I mean? And then
most definitely.
Yeah, and I, acknowledge you, man. I appreciate everything you do. Now, take me on this little journey, man, that after your high school year, before I go there, who is your favorite, your top, and I know Span asked you, who is your top GOAT players during your era? And you can exclude yourself because I know you the GOAT already, so we already know that.
I ain't the GOAT. Well, I name a few ball players that were tough for anybody during those days. Joe Riddle for Beach High School, Billy Stevens for Richard Arnold, and probably Cabby for Richard Arnold, Kevin Johnson.
Okay.
At Tonkins, it was Ike Glover out of West Savannah.
Right.
Savannah High, of course, it was Lucius Foster, Ronnie Clark. Groves, it was a guy named Ricky McBride.
Yeah, I know Ricky McBride. I know the McBride.
Yeah. He played football and basketball.
Right.
Ricky McBride. And what other high school I'm missing? Savannah High, Beach, Tompkins, Groves. Who I'm missing? I'm missing any schools?
Johnson.
Oh, Johnson. Johnson had Greg Sanders.
Greg Sanders. Okay.
No.
Big heavy.
No, let me take that back. Greg didn't play during my era. Johnson, back then it was John Jr., Coach Dougie's brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and a guy named Cookie Head. I don't know Cookie Head real name, but jump out the gym.
It was.
Jump out the gym. And back then it was guys like Turner Ogden, Ike Williams.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I see my boy Shagari Lee Williams on here, man. Groves High. He one of my first interviews on Shagari, man. Shout out to Shagari Lee Williams.
Okay. All right. But those were some of the guys, man, that cause see, every school back then had shooters.
Right.
Every school had shooters, man. You know, nowadays in this generation, and I've been coaching high school and middle school, you don't see the art of shooting a lot.
Right.
You see everybody trying to cross somebody up, and you see dunking, but you don't see that great shooter no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think the art of shooting, they don't practice shooting no more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know if they're not being taught how to properly hold a ball or how to properly shoot a ball, but I see some of the ugliest jump shots in the world.
Right.
Their form.
Mm-hmm.
So, but those are some of the guys I faced, man, that were real good, man.
Right. Okay. And I see, man, I was reading, man, on your Facebook page that you were got picked for the All-Star teams when you was in junior college. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I was player of the year and all state, and you know, in college, man, I averaged about 40-something a game.
40-something a game? Whoa,
yeah, I was averaging about 40-something. Led the conference in scoring.
Okay. You know, I sure like to see them tape, man.
Man, let me tell you, back then, man, they had reel to reel, just like you go to a movie theater. They had reel to reel, man.
They're like a guy asked me the other day, say, man, I sure would like to see some of your games where you was dumping on people. I said, boy, you got to have a VCR tape for that one there. But they had VCR tapes back then.
Right. Y'all had VCR tapes and we had reel to reel.
Yes,
you know?
sir.
But that was suffice, man, for a lot of young kids, man, if they could see basketball back then, man.
Right.
I mean, you know, if you think about it, man, me as a coach, it's a lot of things that's simple when it comes to offense, when it comes to kids.
Mm.
You ever ask a kid to do a bank shot?
And that they don't know what that means.
Just a simple bank shot, man.
Simple bank shot. And that was my forte, I want to tell you. Bank shot, I love the bank shot, man.
Even when I play with you now, you use it.
Yeah.
But ask these young kids to do a bank shot from like 5 feet.
No, they can't understand. They want to shoot. They want to see it go straight to the net, to the hoop.
Yeah. No, but not only that, they just can't do it because they don't do simple things to score. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't do simple things to score, man, because they don't work on those things. See, you as a ball player probably worked on things, you know what I'm saying, that worked for you. Right. I did the same thing.
Right.
But they just pick up a basketball and they think every shot is a shot. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like if you got a 6'8" guy waiting on you and you driving to the basket and you on the wing, you gonna go into that 6'8" guy?
No way.
You gonna stop and pop.
On that. Yeah.
Right. You gonna stop and pop, right?
That's right.
It might be a bank shot, it might be an all-net shot, but you gonna stop and pop. These guys go into the 6'8" guy.
Yeah, man. I don't know what to say about it. And another question, my guy, your experience. Now, talk about the experience coming from the little league, coaching your kids, you know what I'm saying, into the high school level. How did you adjust from the kids to the little league to the high school level? Because I know some high school kids, they get to the point where they think they're better than anybody. They don't want to listen. You know what I mean? How did you, you know what I'm saying, control, you know what I'm saying, the kids?
Well, I'm going to give you an example. Since you brought Span name up. Okay. Span played for me in Little League.
Right.
Span played for me. Casey Mitchell played for me. Kevin Williams, Norris, Boone, Musa. So a lot of those guys played for me early on. Right. If a kid played basketball, I guarantee he played for me with the Lakers or he played for me in the Savannah Jazz. Right. So that was the easy transition because I wound up coaching at Beach. Right. So I wound up coaching Span in high school, coaching Moose in high school. Okay. And Boone in high school. So I wound up coaching a lot of those guys. So that was the easy transition. You see what I'm saying? Okay. But as a man, you have to always be a man in coaching, man. you know how you know how disciplined you are, right?
Right.
And you know how disciplined you want your kids to be.
Right.
So you have to be the same thing in coaching. You got to be a disciplinarian, man. Because if you're not a disciplinarian, they're gonna run all over you.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. So
Go ahead.
how's the high school level working out for you now? You know what I mean? Because I see you
Oh
back in the
man.
coaching, man.
Oh yeah, it's perfect, man. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I coached at Jenkins, Beach, Myers, but BC probably is the best job I ever had.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because you don't have to worry about grades
Mm-hmm.
like we had to worry about in public school, kids
Right.
being eligible.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to worry about that. Discipline, they have to be disciplined because they're not disciplined, they won't even be at BC.
Okay.
Because discipline is all throughout the whole school.
Right.
And also, a lot of those kids are eager to learn because, as you know, BC ain't never been a powerhouse in basketball.
Never. Never.
So they're eager to learn. They're eager to pick
Right.
up whatever you teaching. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I got over there, man, they were still playing. I'm gonna be honest with you, they were still playing white basketball.
Right. Right.
All I felt that I had to do was teach them how to play our style of basketball.
That's right.
To give
Bring
you a
the
good
temple up.
example,
Mm-hmm.
to give you a good example, we played Statesboro last night. Statesboro
Mm-hmm.
was 13-0, ranked
Right.
5th in the state. And we beat them 49-47. We upset them in their own gym.
Oh, okay then. Congratulations, brother. Congratulations.
Thank you. That would have never happened 4 or 5 years ago.
Right. Right.
You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you have to teach them how to play your style of basketball.
Yeah. Because I not to
Uh,
cut you off, because I played against one of my former interviewers, Greg Brandon, and the Bowl, man. Them boys, they were talented brothers because I played against them in the gym and the recreation. But when they got to BC, you never could have seen their talent because they hold the ball so much. You know what I'm saying?
right. There
So
you
that's
go.
why I used to hate playing against BC.
Everybody did. I remember one game I went to see, they held a game against Savannah High,
Yeah.
practically the whole game.
Woo, man.
You know, but them days gone, man.
Yeah.
And next year it's gonna even be a faster paced basketball because they bring it in the 30-second clock.
Okay, then. Okay. Yeah,
You know,
they should have had a clock then back then, because them boys they probably would have scored more than they scored, but they wasn't really a big scoring team. But if they get a
right,
lead, man, and they were good free throw shooters. That's one thing I've seen about BC. They had some real good free throw shooters. You know what I mean? Because they
right,
had no choice,
right,
but they know they're gonna hold the ball and people gonna foul them. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah.
Well, so
And,
far, man, everything has worked out. We made the state playoffs 2 years in a row.
okay.
Uh, we won out. We finished second in the region last year. This year, I'm putting this out early. We're gonna win our region.
Okay.
All right, I'm putting that out early.
Y'all heard it
Uh,
right here. Y'all heard it on Charles Martin. Keep grinding.
we're gonna win. We're gonna win the 4A region in Savannah.
Okay.
That comprises of Jenkins, Islands, and New Hampstead. Ain't but 4 teams in the region.
Uh-huh.
Next year they adding Southeast Bullock and they adding Wayne County, so we'll have 6 teams next year.
Oh, okay then. Okay.
My JV is 7-0.
Mm-hmm.
That lost yet. They say we was gonna lose to Windsor. I beat them the other day by 10 or 11. They told me I was gonna lose last night against Statesboro JV. We beat them by 30,
Right.
50 to 25, something like that, 50 to 23. So we got a bunch of young kids, man, and we developing them, teaching them basic fundamentals, teach them how to play as a team. And if you look around Savannah, and I'm not putting shade on any coach in Savannah, because every coach is different, every coach do their own thing.
Right.
But in order to have a good program, you got to develop your young kids.
Right. Right.
If you think you're gonna just be a winner with just juniors and seniors, and when them juniors and seniors gone, who's coming behind them? You got to develop your young people.
That's right.
In order to have a productive program.
That's
You know?
right. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, I appreciate it, man. I wasn't gonna keep it long, man. I just wanted to do this, man, and let people know that, these young cats going out, that the people who paved the way for them young guys to be in these gym throwing the ball up, man. I
Right.
wish you much success, man. Keep doing what you're doing. And before I go, I want to ask you a little small question.
Well, let me say
Who
this before
has
you get started. Hold on,
huh?
let me say this before you get started. Let me
Go
say one
ahead.
thing before you get started with
Go
your
ahead.
question.
Go ahead.
While I'm on this right here, what I would love to see before God called me home, man, is
Okay.
if you think about it, it's 2022 now, right?
Right.
We don't have a modern day recreation facility in this city, period. I
Right.
bring this up every topic I wrote articles on it. I brought it up in every conversation that I have.
Right.
We don't have a modern day recreation facility in this city.
Right.
But we got youth programs and we got youth teams. The city is not a great recreation program. You know why?
Right.
Because all the teams in the city are ran by independents.
Right. Right.
Think about it. Stallions, Whipples,
Mm-hmm.
what's another team? What's that team that start with an S?
Stars, shooting stars.
Yeah, shooting stars. So if you think about it, all those independents run the programs in the city.
Right.
It ain't the recreation.
Right.
Ain't the recreation centers.
So you don't think everybody, because you know they just building this new center in the West Savannah Grant Center, Jaden Gymnasium. So you don't think that's a good place to start?
Are they building one?
Yeah, they building one. Because matter of fact, I did a live on the groundbreaking for the Grant Center. They building it right behind Moses Jackson. They're gonna have weights. They're gonna have access to everything. They're gonna have access to the computers for the kids. They did a groundbreaking last week. It's gonna be on West Street and Richard behind Moses Jackson.
Okay, well I didn't hear nothing about that.
That's good. Man. Yeah, I'm glad. See, that's another thing that people don't do. They don't take out this information and give it to y'all. You know what I'm saying? As coaches, independent people, because this gonna be a real certified big gym. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said, I was there for the groundbreaking because Miss Ida Grant, who was Clarence Blue Grant sister, who invited me to come to the groundbreaking where they had Alicia Blakely and all them, Tanya Hall, and all these people from Savannah. So it was nice. It's on my YouTube station. So you need to find out more information about that because that's going to be a great gym, and we can get these kids in these gyms. Because I work for the city of Savannah. What I want to do is I want to change from the apartment I am and get in park and recreation so I can slip in the gym so I can be a part of the gym that's going up in West Savannah. You know what I'm saying? Because the kids need something to do all year long.
Right. Because see, I ran Grant Center for 4 years.
Right.
I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah. No, I didn't know that.
I was the one who took over when Dudley passed.
Oh, okay. Coach Dudley, yeah. Okay.
I ran it for 4 years. I worked for the city. And the thing about it is they have some money. You know where the fairgrounds is?
Right.
Some money was allowed to build a big rec center over there. And they reneged on it. All I'm saying is they got so much chaos in this city with these young people shooting and doing all these things. The kids that come to the conclusion that they don't care nothing about them because they're not doing anything to bring them out the street.
Right.
So every kid don't play sports. We got kids that want to be singers, entertainers, want to act, want to rap. So a multi-complex will provide for all of that.
Right.
You know, if you're building this arena, then give us the Civic Center.
That's right.
Make the Civic Center a multi-complex.
Right.
You know, don't give it to SCAD and don't tear it down. Give it to us and let us make it, a complex.
You know what? And that's a great idea too, because the simple fact that they can hold them AAU games right there, and y'all can sponsor your own. Right. Man, that's real fun.
Right. Also, they got kids that want to act. Right. They got a stage in there. You can put a library in there. You can put computers in there. There's so much you can do with the Civic Center.
Right.
In the community. Right. That's what I would like to see happen. People get behind that and say, give us the Civic Center. Yeah. Don't tear it down. Don't give it to SCAD. Right.
Because what I do is I had interviewed a couple of local rappers, artists down here. And I told them the same thing, you know what I'm saying? Because the simple fact that not because they're rapping, but, a lot of young people listen to rap music. Now, y'all got a voice that y'all got these kids listening. Now take that same voice and direct these kids to programs where they can have something, just like you say, they like to dance. They like to sing, you know what I'm saying? Show them something positive, you know what I'm saying? It ain't got to be rapping. It could be gospel. It could be anything.
Right. And you can put a sound booth in the Civic Center and have people work the sound booth and bring these kids off the street and let them work on their craft.
That's right. That's right.
There's so much, man. See, you can't say you gotta play to the kids' interests. You can't just build stuff up or put something up and they're not interested in it. You gotta find out what the kids' interests are and you cater to the kids' interests. That's what brings them out on the street.
That's right.
And if you look at the county don't have a modern day rec center. The county don't have no center.
Right.
So think about that. Think about all the kids in this city, and we don't have a modern day rec center. Think about that for a second.
That's right. You're right, man. And that'll be a big plus for kids, man. Just like you say, everybody's
Yes.
not gonna be a rapper. Everybody's not gonna be a basketball
Right.
player. Just like you say, find their interest. They can even be writers, directors.
Right.
You know what I mean? Put them in
Right.
this
And
this facility, man, where they got this stuff on, man. Here from, and I guarantee you, man, a lot of this crime will go down with these young people, man,
oh,
because you got to
most
find their
definitely.
interest. You got to find their
Most
interest.
definitely.
You know what I mean?
I feel that in my heart, man, because you can pull people off the street that have businesses, teach them how to be entrepreneurs. You can have people that got crafts, know how to lay carpet and lay brick. A lot of people don't want to go to college. They can learn a trade and go straight to work.
That's right. That's right.
And that Civic Center could be the
Yeah.
ideal place, man, because you got the arena. Give us the Civic Center.
Yeah, because they taking these trades out of the school, man. Like they used to when we used to go to school, we used to
Right.
have these little trades, but they're not
When the
showing
last,
these little these trades.
when the last time you saw a band?
Man, it's been
Think
a
about
while.
that for a second.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
We used to have Battle of the Bands out the Memorial one time.
that's right. That's right.
They done cut a lot of that out.
Yes,
See, they
sir.
keep cutting our youth neck, man. Everything that they're interested in, they cut them off.
Right,
And to
right.
me, why are you cutting them off? You want them to do crime? You want them to go to juvenile? You want them to go to jail?
Hey, man, that's what the world want. You know what I'm saying? That's what they
Yeah.
want to see our kids do. They don't want to see them success. You know what I mean? They're
That's
scared of the
that's why the
power
parents,
and the knowledge, and if we get this knowledge and how we'll take it. You know what I mean?
right. That's why
Yeah,
these parents got to start taking notice, man, and get behind, get on the city government, man, and the parents need to start telling them what the needs are for their kids,
that's
so
right.
we can get it done, man. Because Martin Luther King showed us that we can't do nothing individually. We have to do things as a collectively, as a group.
That's
That's how
right.
you get
That's
things
right.
done.
Yeah,
You know.
right.
But go ahead with your question, man. I just want to bring
Yeah,
that up,
man,
man.
yeah, man, yeah, that's a good thing, man. You know, that's what my platform is about. It's about bringing people together, man, that want to do something for the community. You know what I'm saying? Our community as a whole. You know, Savannah, Georgia, not
Right,
being a. See, the thing I hate about it, I'm gonna get back to my question. I hate about some athletes is when they get successful, when they go to these other cities and they putting all their time into that city, they weren't even raised in that city. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Take that same effort that y'all did, come back in your city and do things for your city and make, show these kids that they can also, is a chance for them. Is a
There you
chance.
go.
You don't have to
There you
be
go.
a drug dealer. You don't have to be a robber. You don't have to be doing all this stuff out here. You could be a lawyer. You can be a
Mhm.
judge. You can be anything you want to be. You know what I
Anything you
mean?
want to be.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And my question to you is, man, I'm going to go here. Who got the best jump shot out of you and Tim?
You know what? I tell you what, save that question for people that you interview. The people that
Okay.
saw Tim play, and maybe you'll run across somebody that actually saw me play.
Well,
Because he get
my
mad.
son played with him. You know, my son
Because he
Dushard
get
played
mad
with him.
when people say, hey man, you can play, you pretty good, but you can't shoot like your daddy.
You
So
can't.
he get mad when
And
people
how I
say that.
seen him play. I can answer it myself too now. I mean, no,
Uh,
shouts out to Tim, you know what I'm saying, all his accomplishment he
right.
did through sports, but man, you one of the best shooters I seen, man. I played against you.
I appreciate it, man.
I caught
I
myself
appreciate
sometime watching you play, you know what I'm saying, because
it.
hey, this man don't miss nothing. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Yeah, but you know
I
what I'm saying? Just
appreciate
like
it,
I said,
man.
shouts out to you, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man, with these kids, man. It takes one. Maybe it take two of us. Maybe you might save one or two, man. But if you save one
Right.
kid, you have done what you're supposed to do, man. We can't save them all, but if we all get together, man, it could be better. If we, just like you say, group, you know what I'm saying, collectively.
Right.
You know what I'm
And keep
saying,
this
man? Shout
platform
out to
going,
you.
man. And
Yeah,
keep
I'm gonna
this
do what I got
platform
to
going,
do.
man. Kudos to you and Span, man. Because when y'all do these platforms and y'all bring people on, man, and just
Mm,
like I didn't know about Grant Center,
right,
and you hit me to Grant Center,
right.
somebody else don't know too. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right. That's right.
And when y'all do these platforms, man, y'all are helping the community a lot, man. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
right.
So
And
keep
just like
that
I say,
going also, brother.
yeah, shout out to Span too for bringing everything, basketball back to when doing the COVID, you know what I'm saying? What he did and you donating the rims, man, that was real, you know what I'm saying? That was real nice, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like I called his cousin because I heard he was sick and I want to do an
Uh,
interview with him, you know what I mean? I squash all that stuff because you know what I'm saying, man, we can make this thing bigger than it is. You know what I mean?
right, right,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
I know the older guys, he know the younger guys. But at the same
right.
time, we can come together, man, and we can make this thing, this platform, man, bigger than it is. That people don't know who behind the scenes that's doing the real work, like y'all guys. You
Matter
know
of
what I'm
fact,
saying?
Luke. Matter of fact, you should interview Lucius Foster, man, because I tried to get Span to do it, But Stan was more interested in the young guys, right?
Right,
Because they
right,
don't know nothing about us, man. A lot of them don't know nothing about us. They know what
right,
they heard,
right,
but people like Lucius, Ronnie Clark, and all them guys, man, that's your platform.
right, right,
That's your platform.
right. Ronnie
You
Clark
know,
is agreed to do it, but we just haven't set a schedule yet. And that boy Kevin Sutton, Thunderbolt, he just called me today. He want to do one now. So you know what I mean. I got the people.
I got Tyrone Brown number, man. I got Lucius Foster number, man. I got a lot of these guys number. Ike Millage, you ever heard of Ike Millage?
Yeah, yeah.
Man, let me tell you something. Ike Millage was the first Bo Jackson in Savannah. The man was a 1,000-yard rusher, 20 points a game on the basketball court, hit a baseball, and run track.
Okay, okay. Yeah, man. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna message you my number when we get through. And if you, man, you talk to them and you don't let them know they want to agree to do this, man. And we can do this, man. I'd rather do the older guys to show the young folks who paved the way, man. You know what I'm saying? God bless Andrew Knows. I wish he was here, the man, because he was going to be one of my first ones I interviewed. You know what I mean? Because he taught me so much.
You know what else? I'm gonna let you go with this. You know another guy that they're not familiar with, and he's in their face on a regular basis because he's an official. Frankie Hopper.
Who?
You know who Frankie Hopper is?
Frank who?
Frankie Hopper.
No, I don't know Frankie Hopper.
You done seen Frankie? Frankie's a referee. He's one of them. He a big referee. Kind of stalky.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Frankie Hopper played for Tompkins.
Right.
He was the leading scorer on the basketball team. He was a good player in football. He played football for Savannah State, and he got drafted by the Dallas Cowboys.
No.
And he's an official in the city right now calling basketball games.
Yeah, Cyrus, I'm glad we talked, man. We need to, I mean, you can set up this platform, man, with all these people, man, that you got numbers with, and we can get this platform on, man. We can go ahead, just like we doing that, man. That's all it is. Just talking about your career, your success, and let these young people know what's going on and, you know, what to look for out here when you go to these big schools, you know, because they're going to be coming at you when you go to these schools, man. They're going to send people at you.
Most definitely. And what to avoid, man. A lot of them just need to know what to avoid because, you know, temptation is all over us.
That's right.
No matter where we go, temptation is always out there.
That's right.
You see people getting in trouble all the time when they go off to college. You know what I'm saying? My best friend lost his son like that, Tyrone Bryant. You know Tyrone?
Yeah, I know Tyrone Bryant, yeah.
He lost his son, Jabri. I had Jabri ever since he was 8 years old, the one that got killed at Mercer.
Yeah. Man,
so I'm saying temptation's always out here, man. But they have to be smarter than that, you know?
That's right.
Anyway, man, I so appreciate it, man. And what you do is you send a number, and I'll get you all these guys' phone numbers, man.
Okay, man, and I appreciate you, man. Just like I say, much success, man. Shout out to you and the BC Cadets, man, on your victory. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing what you're doing, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like I tell everybody, man, keep grinding, man.
I sure will, bro. And I want to see you the Statesboro game Saturday, man.
Okay, man, you got to give me an invite because, you know, that got to the point where you got a family member got to invite you, you know, unless they're not taking, like,
no. That's public school. That's not BC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't do that at BC. You come in, you pay to get in or whatever. Either I leave your name up on the door, whatever. You know, you good.
Okay. When y'all play BC, when y'all play?
We play Statesboro Saturday.
At y'all home gym?
Play Jenkins Friday and Statesboro Saturday at BC.
Okay, then, man. I'm there.
Okay. And I'll leave just text me your number, man. I'll leave your name on the door.
Okay, then, man. I appreciate you too, man.
All right, bro. Take care.
All right, man.
All right.